I'm developing a video game of my own called Maestro and the Four Kingdoms, a role-playing game with an action point-based fighting system inspired by the two games. The game has a demo already available on itch, link in the description. To make the game, I am using the engine Unity 5.6. I would like to use a higher version, but the specifications of my PC don't allow it. To make the graphic, I used Inkscape, a vector drawing software that is very easy to use even for people who have no experience with digital drawing, like me. And for image editing, I use GIMP and Microsoft Paint. I use this to tweak the images a bit and correct minor mistakes. And now, starting with the devlog, I will show the changes that I have made since the demo came out until the May 31. The first change was the language system. Since I speak Spanish and most of the Tuba memes community speak English, I wanted the game to be playable in English, but when I realized I had half of the game in English and the other half in Spanish. So I made a kind of ugly language system, having a script that contained most of the text and making the game object that contains that script static. For when changing scenes, the script doesn't disappear. In addition, this script is executing each frame a function that establishes the language of the game. Since if it was only executed at the beginning of the scene, it could cause problems with some text. I assumed that this could cause performance problems when I added more text, so to fix it, I did something much simpler. I created a class containing all the text, but this text will now be stored in an external JSON file and not in a static script. And using the Unity JSON utility class, I could now read that data at any time and without the need for an object in a scene containing so much data. This gives me the advantage that the files are easier to modify, since in the old system I had some scripts with a specific text that were executed only in certain scenes. This gave me the problem of having up to 4 different scripts linked to 4 different game objects to write text in the scene. And if I wanted to modify a text, I had to find which script that text belonged to, and it was very complicated. Now I just have to add the variables to the language class, add the text in the JSON file, and voila! I have a text that I can use in the game at any time from any script. And if I want to add support for more languages, I just have to create a new JSON file and add a new line of code to the game. I have not yet decided whether to have a map with accessible places, or just have a menu in the style of Super Smash Bros. Melee to access the boss battles. At the moment, I am opting for having a menu, so I got down to work and created a new scene, and in a short time I could have a menu that allows the choice of battles, shows a description of the opponent, and allows you to access the shop. In the demo, the shop was used to improve your attributes and to unlock a special attack. Now the store will better fulfill its mission by being able to buy and sell objects. I changed the structure of the shop. Now you can choose between buying items, armor, character upgrades, and selling items. As the idea is that as you level up and defeat enemies, you unlock new items to buy in the shop. And the list of items must expand and adjust to the store items window. With Ascreed I managed to do that, and every time an object is added to the store, it is set to the list by default. Now it was time to program the objects that will be in the store, plus the inventory system. After doing some research, I realized that the easiest way to do it was using scriptable objects. This is my first time using scriptable objects, so this system is liable to change as my knowledge of Unity improves. The objects have various data such as their name, description, ID, price, sale price, and if they are consumables or not. And database objects store a list of objects. I created 2 database objects. The first one will be that, a database, and it will contain information about all the objects in the game. And the second one will be the player's inventory, which is essentially a database but not with all the objects. After several days learning about the scriptable object, I was able to make objects that can be bought with a script that adds objects to the store and a function that adds the object to your inventory. But I ran into the problem that I had repeated objects, since doing the same object 2 times created 2 different objects but with the same attributes, so I had to add a talk variable to the object. With that, I can check if there is already an object of the same type in the inventory. If so, it increases the stock of the object by 1, and if not, then look for the object in the database and copy it to your inventory. And those have been all the advances that I have made in that time. This game was born as a meme, but I think that I can make a complete video game. If you like the video, give it a like, and if you would like to see how the game progresses over time, I would appreciate if you subscribed. That motivates me to continue with the development. And now, without more to add, thanks for watching and see you in the next devlog.